on a 74 micron screen, everything that goes below that screen is typically stocks or extremely small heads.
Yeah.
But also going back to your previous question, like how many passes does this take? I mean, it really varies. I've had a strain where I've done one pass, done. Absolutely perfect. Like a single static pass, 98, 99% pure heads. I've also dealt with material that was so contaminated. And so, I mean, the charges were just so off that I was collecting stocks and moving them over with everything that it took maybe 9, 10 passes to finish.
Wow. And
because of the charge of them? Because of the charge?
Sometimes when you get down to the same size of particulates, right? If you have something where like the stocks are thicker than normal, then the stocks start coming over with the heads.
Okay.
So at what point does this become a density issue, kind of like, you know, the old table salt and pepper experiment, right? Because they're both attracted by static, but to that same degree, right? But it's the density, it's the weight of it that's going to be able to separate better. So at what point, you know, in time does like this this coalescence of all the stems with the heads become easy to separate based on density?
So as you are doing hand static, you are rubbing on a 74 micron screen, which is causing the stocks to physically be filtered and be pushed through the 74 micron screen. And everything below that screen is extremely light. Like you scoop up an entire pile and it's light as a feather. You scoop up a pile of heads and they're very heavy, like you're talking about, because the heads are dense, the stocks are not. So when you're doing this, you're trying to do a manual separation at the same time that you're trying to apply static. So you're getting rid of stocks at the same time you're trying to separate the heads out.
Okay, so and so like when we're talking about, like, for instance, the tribostatic separator, Tribostatico, Plasmastatico. I know I need
Separatore Plasmastatic.
I need a lesson on the vernacular, but when you're using something like that, how much more simplified is that process, or is it still, you know, because I know this isn't a solution to like create this 90%, but it is part of the workflow to get
it. Speeds it up substantially. Okay. So what would take me maybe 9 passes on a product, like, so let's say this one right here took me 9 passes. It would drop it down to 2 to 3 passes that I need to do.
Wow.
So it saves me months of time.
So 60% increase in throughput and output.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wow. So that's pretty big. Okay. I mean, look, that's why this is such a hard product to come by, because not a lot of people take the